conditions for construction.
Right, or safe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I think that's it, right?
I believe so. I believe we covered the latest update.
Good, okay. Is there any questions from the media?
Yes.
ma'am.
Give or take, when was the bridge established?
1985 is when it was constructed, yes.
Constructed by TxDOT, a private contractor, Fort TxDOT built the bridge. Councilman Smith was saying yesterday that there's a, let me just speak.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Councilman Smith, who's our historian on City Council and also a resident of Flower Bluff and represents that area, said that initially there was a wooden bridge there many decades ago, and that was replaced by the most recent concrete structured bridge built in 1985. TxDOT funded the construction. It is, they deeded it over to, or they gave it over to the city to maintain, so it is a city bridge, but TxDOT was the agency that funded it, and they had a contractor build it back in '85.
So how soon is it going to be open?
Well, that's the thing. So what Ernesto's saying, our public works director, is we were on a 30-day time frame. A 30-day time frame, assuming that the 4 pylons that we saw some obvious deficiencies on, some erosion, the concrete around the pylons. So the plan was initially fix the embankments, put a riprap system back, and fix those 4 columns. But they're doing a more thorough. We are doing a more thorough inspection of all the 55 or so columns. And what we're seeing is that, you know what, there may be more deficiencies than just the 4. And so that work will be completed this week, today, tomorrow, from our own contractor that'll assess it. But in this bridge business, it's always good to have a peer review. And Ernie knows that well, being in this business for decades. And so he's asked TxDOT to get another company outside of the one we hired to peer review and do a separate inspection independent of ours to see how significant are the pylons that hold the bridge up. It's a 1/10 of a mile, so there's 55 of these. So if they're too far deteriorated, they can't hold the load of the bridge, meaning vehicles, think of heavy cement trucks that are in that area. Yorktown's one of our fastest growth areas, a lot of construction, and there could be not just vehicles, a car, but heavy trucks traveling that bridge. And so if the load is too heavy, you can have failure, basically. So what we want to see is how extensive is the deterioration in the pylons. We are seeing this morning and yesterday that it's more than 4. We just don't know how significant it is, and we're going to have our work reviewed by another contractor through TxDOT. So if their findings are, you know what, there's a lot more problems than what we thought. The question, as Ernie mentioned, he said it may be cost prohibitive, meaning it may not be a good use of taxpayer dollars to repair the bridge in this great amount or this great magnitude. It might be cheaper overall for the taxpayer just to replace the whole bridge. So if that's the outcome, which we'll know when TxDOT's able to bring a contractor down from Austin, that's going to be a very different scenario beyond 30 days, obviously. So we don't know that today, but as we said, we're going to be transparent with the public. What we do know right now is the 30-day construction time frame is still one we're working on. However, it may be a different scenario when we get these safety inspection reports for the pylons. Okay. Any other questions, Lexi? Yes.
Did you say 2 years, every 2 years, or 10 years?
Every two years. Yeah, TxDOT inspects the majority of our 68 bridges every 2 years. They have a bridge division, and that's something that they have done for probably many years. Ernie?
So the last 2 years, or within that, there's deficiencies or deterioration?
Yeah, from 21 to today.
Right, yeah, so the last inspection was 2021, and I'm not sure if this was your question, but the answer may be that the report in 21 did not identify, probably it wasn't at that state, these significant deficiencies in the pylon. So since 2021, the bridge has gotten worse. And so the next inspection would have been in 2023,
Yes, sir.
and most likely that report would have discovered these deficiencies deficiencies that weren't in the 2021 because they hadn't occurred yet. One thing that we're doing because of this bridge is that we're kind of moving up our work plan of inspecting our bridges ourselves. We know that for the first time in the city's history now we have a stormwater program, and that's just a year old or young. And so there's a lot of work that program's doing to include ditch maintenance, stormwater clearance in our stormwater system so that when it rains, the water doesn't flood homes and so on. In our work plan was an inspection program, and we're going to move that up so that we can look at all of our 68 bridges to see how are we overall, so we don't have a similar situation as what we're seeing on Mud Bridge. Yes, ma'am. Right.
You said that you have to estimate how much damages there are and how bad the deterioration is.
Right.
How long, you said basically it'll take until the end of 2023, but your original plan was 26? Or can you kind of clarify on how long the inspections would take or how long?
Yeah, so not 2023, but our inspections of the pylons at that one bridge will be done this week. We're asking TxDOT to bring another firm in to peer review our analysis, and we don't have an answer yet when their work will begin. Once it begins, though, it's probably a week or so.
Maybe 2 weeks.
2 weeks or so for their inspection analysis to take place. So it'll be done within the next week or two. Hopefully. Yeah, we know it's a holiday season and so on. And then we'll know more, obviously, when that's completed. Good. Any other questions then? Okay, we want to again thank the media, KIII, Chris 6. I'm not sure if I'm missing anyone. We know other media outlets watch this via our social media and report out as well. And then we have our social media network that will cover this live right now, and will be on our website recorded. So if somebody's at work and wanted to catch this briefing, they can always watch it. We're recording it now, and it'll be live on our website or a link. So we'll keep the community posted along the way, and we'll have another briefing next Wednesday, most likely right here. Yeah, so we'll be here next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. See you then. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.